1, 2, 3. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Can you all see and hear me? Hopefully you can. I am actually going to go back to my main screen. Give me a 5x5 if you can see and hear me. I've been reliably informed by Janet that my back is a little bit improved today. When I said, how would you know? She said the air has been left less blue. I said, was I swearing a lot? She went, yeah. She said every bit of pain you was getting, it was beep, beep, beep. So hopefully something started to work. I ain't got them other little tablets. Where are they gone? My little ones. Oh, where did you find them?
Right there.
I can't see them because there's a little shelf in front of me. Anyway, we went in the pub to see if we'd won and we didn't. So I'm trying to sort out my life at the moment. I'm going to take the two of them. They're the funny ones. 5v5, even everyone. So now I've got clients for things. I have just finished an interview with Dinobane, or Dinobane, whatever way you want to pronounce it, but it is not Dino Brain. I can actually read, unlike Richard Inman, right? So everyone should be able to see that tonight. I think he said he's going to put it up. I was representing you, meaning the people from the English Constitution Society and English Constitution Party, which meant all of my language was slightly constrained. And really, I was just answering some of his questions about why it is that the Constitution solves a lot of our problems. And he completely understood it. He was like, that is interesting. We had a discussion about ethonats and what it means and where the line would be drawn. I said there's different situations, really. You've got Jesuits, technically still banned from this country. I don't know why they would be here now, because they're trouble. I always have been. You've got the Jewish mafia and another group of people, in reality, crypto Jews from Eastern Europe, trouble. One thing I will ask, though, that I've seen some reports suggesting, and I don't know whether they're true, right? No one's got any real way of finding out. And that is that Netanyahu is dead. I don't know if he is dead, whether it's a ruse, a lie, etc. But something has happened. There's been a number of rumours on Twitter that he is dead. I've seen no official announcement from someone like President Trump or others that he is dead. But it wouldn't surprise me if he was, because he is the number one protagonist, in my opinion. Where he could disappear to and hide, I don't know. So I don't know what the situation is there. But it is being suggested by a number of different people on Twitter that he is no more. I don't know whether that is true or not. I'm waiting for an official announcement from someone to say it's untrue or is it or it's true. But there's plenty going on. I heard that yesterday, but not seen anything official. Yeah, that's what I mean. Good evening, my Finn Geezer 5b5. Good evening, Merlin is out there. Everyone else, let's give some Holly Indians out there. John Aspinall's out there. Timbuktu's out there. Sue Ellen. Let's have a look and see who else is out there. Anyone out there from Grumbles out there? Denzel's out there. Taffy Pat's out there. Merlin. Juicy and Lucy is out there. Keep an eye on Dinobane's channel and tell us if that comes out. Put the link out to it so anyone can go and have a watch of it. But most importantly, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and sharing. Sharing is caring. Let me put that out of camera shot slightly. Sharing is caring. The only people getting this message out there at the moment is you, no one else. And as I touch this laptop, it shakes. So I'm going to be looking at setting up the other camera and see how well that's going to go. But I need to buy another little device to plug into the side. But other than that, everyone, I've got the two screens either side so I can look at different things while I'm talking to you. One of the problems I've had is I can't pin at the moment Tracy's comments because as soon as I leave the show, I go straight up and lay down on the bed just to try and sort my back out. Andy Cap, there you go, look at that. Is everyone like that? I'll pull it around a bit more because it's not straight enough. I just spoke to Tim, Captain Tim, who's now in Barbados. He seen my cat. He said, "Where's your whippet?" I said, "It's trying to find me ferret." Right. So, and I'll be talking to him a bit later. So, it looks lovely out there in Barbados. He's looking to go somewhere else because it's too wavy. The swell. He said the boat keeps rocking. And he said, I just want to be able to relax. And you can't relax enough when the boat is rocking as much as it is. Is hurricane season finished? Give Graham a follow on X. Yep, that'd be really helpful. English exit. I just want to see if we can show you online at the moment. I don't know what it's gone up to. Let me see if I can pin it. That has gone up to all it was. I don't know why it's not finding it on there. It's at 98,886 views. Let's see if I can share that with you because it would be quite funny if I'm talking to you about it and you actually put that up there. Let me have a look. Let's get that one out there. We need to share this as much as possible because we want to go over 100,000 views tonight and tomorrow. So I'm going to put that out there for everyone. And what that means is in less than a week, we've hit the 100,000 views mark, which is potentially quite good. And obviously we want Liam to invite us back onto the show. Bearing in mind I represent you. There's some more things I'm going to talk about, but I'm going to show you the video. What we're talking about there. There's Liam Tuffs on the Dirty Dozen. There it is there. England will die. Globalist plan that will shock you to the core. Graham Moore. Liam Tuffs. And it says 98,886. If we get all the 8s come up, if people click on that as we speak, which I think people are already doing.
You're going to get a bullet in your head. One side of my brain was...
Oh, I'm going to keep playing that one. 98. If we get 2 people view it, you should see all the 8s come up, which would be a very, very big positive. So there it is. There is me having a chat with Liam Tuffs. So the interview with, I'm not sure if it's up yet, with Dinobane was for about an hour, was it? About an hour, having a conversation, talking about who I am, what I am, how I got into the law, explaining the Daddy Dragon, where it come from, father of the English, and they cut it down to Daddy Dragon, the dragon being the flag of the English. So everyone sort of understands. And then we started talking about the various elements of who should be in Parliament. And I clearly stated that what's causing that problem is that the Constitution has been under attack for a very long time. And I said it goes all the way back to 1812, but I won't go into the detail of that. But certainly in the 1800s, there was a massive problem. And one of the issues what we eventually got to, I mean, the Parliament Act 1911, there's lots of things, but we had a good discussion about restore, we had a good discussion about reform, we had a good discussion about the Tories, and I said Toryism is Fabianism, and explained that the Fabians are massively involved with this, explained who they were, how they come about, explained quite a bit. So if anyone wants to watch that and share it, it would be fantastic. Let's go and have a look and see if anyone else is out there. Hopefully, at some stage over the weekend, I'll be seeing some other people. I've got all of these messages coming up here, and I've missed loads of them. So tonight is just a chill out. I am trying to sort my back out, obviously, because it's quite painful. And this thing is stinging. Why it stings that much, I don't know. Hey up, Wilnut. English Till I Die. Good evening, Bill of Rights, 1688, Magna Carta. Who else is out there? Let's have it straight. You'll always get it straight from me. That's a good little title, isn't it, for someone in the chat? I'll predict something big. IDS of March 15th, 17th of March. Something is going on up in London, but I don't know what that is. You blew his mind. You could see his gears turning. Who's that? The tea lady. What? Which one are you talking about? I read Farage has been in Parliament 38%, and Lowe 100%. Rupert Lowe, I think with a small amount of education of actually understanding what the job of a parliamentarian is, and I don't mean that lightly. I mean, people don't know. They're there solely to represent you as constituents, not a political party. They are there to represent and air the views and grievances to the Crown and to Parliament of their constituents. That's the job of a member of Parliament. It is not to be a lapdog to a party. So if most of the people in this country said tomorrow, we want the majority of the foreigners in this country to leave. We don't want them to have any benefits whatsoever. We don't want them living in social housing. It's our social housing. We want them gone. The plan should be enacted by the civil service, because that is what you're electing for that. So is that video up already? I am a clinical hyperphenetist, and I can help with all kinds of issues, including your back. Freeman's verbal guidance. Are you a clinical hypnotherapist? Now, that would be interesting. I'll tell you for why. Because I bought crypto, Bitcoin, years ago and forgot my codes. And if you was to put me under, I can nearly get it. I can remember parts of it. You can take me back to exactly where I was and what I was doing. I'm sure I bought £1,000 worth in. It was either 2010 or 2012. If you can think about £1,000 worth then, right? So if you could hypnotise me and get my codes back, we could all be multi-millionaires. I'll have a little carve up with people, you know that. Better than a lottery, isn't it? But you'd have to be very good to take me under. Oh, my back ticked. Oh! Calm. I have to wait there. Too late. Liam Tuffs mind. Liam Tuffs. If you haven't seen it yet, catch Graham on Liam Tuffs show. Blah blah blah. Lots of people are watching that. I'm going to go and have another quick look, shall I? And see what's that. I can certainly help. Juicy and Lucy, please check out Graham Daddy Dragon. Subscribe. Yeah, try and subscribe as much as you can. We need our schoolboy error, Graham. What was? Good evening, DD and everyone. Nigel, 1257. Liam Tuffs DD interview. Not on Spotify yet. Oh, in it? Well, I've no doubt it will be there shortly. I don't know why it's not on Spotify. I haven't got a Spotify account. Maybe I should have. We'll have a vote on it. If you want me to open that up on there, I will do. Let me have a look and see if there's anything else on there. And see what we're doing. Paul Simon case. Tell me if you can see it on Dino's channel just yet. Let's see if that was uploading. I'm not sure if it's uploading on here. Where would I see it if it was uploading on here? Oh, there it is. Upload complete. Why am I seeing this page? So I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that, but I've uploaded it anyway. Sandy Adams, if you want to understand what this war is about, look no further than UK Fire's Absolute Zero document. You don't have to read it all to scroll down. Let's have a look and see if there's anyone else in there. Rupert Lowe MP has just... oh no, it's an old one, isn't it? Still, Britain will reverse unproductive legal immigration, which has failed the British people. This fella's really started to talk well. Which is this one? Connor Tom, if you read our policy, we're very, very clear about our policy on immigration. I've read the 100-page document. Let's take our country back. The sniper is out there. So hopefully this is all going out there. Craig, Lee, Newcastle, I think that's Newcastle United Football Club. And when people say to me, who do you support, Graham? I always say I don't like football, but if I supported any team, it is Newcastle United Football Club. I would love to go up there and watch a game. I'll tell you for why. Their fans and their enthusiasm for the game, there is no other team like it. There's no other group of people that love their football more than Newcastle United Football Club. If I'm talking about the right thing from his name, evening. Franklin, Rebel Sack 627, Nosy Poke, Juicy and Lucy, hi matey. Who else is out there? Craig, Archie, Sean, Kenny Leeds. Let's have a look and see who's out there. Tracy Tourism, sharing is caring, so share. Yeah, don't forget to share. Good evening, Neil56. Don't worry about being a bit late. I will say, I went in there to the old pub tonight and Janet actually got drawn, but she didn't pick the right card. So we could have been 1,800 quid up, but we're not. So I'm not talking to her. I support Legs because they support me. Juicy will do. Let's have a look at that. Have you heard of fascia? Look it up. It might be your back, and so it won't. Someone last night, funny enough, a guy from Devon, sent me a video with some exercises. And one of the exercises I've been doing on and off all day, just stretching, but it actually pinpoints what the muscle group are and trying to stretch it out. And I think it's been helping, to be honest with you. There's some other exercises. I ain't got the room in here to do it because you have to use quite a bit of the floor area. Most of my seminar stuff is taking up the floor area. So we've got a few things we've got to do tomorrow. What's that? Juicy Lucy, check out Grandma, subscribe to that. Right, any questions from the audience? This ain't going to be a long one tonight. Only because I've already just sat down and done an hour interview with someone. Not someone, Dinobane. He was a right nice fella, actually. He told me a bit of history about himself, and it was really interesting. I like people who travel on as well. Just get up and say, listen, I ain't having none of this in this country, and just get up and do something different. Now he's worried about coming back because of things he said online. He wants to be me. But some of the things I've said, Wales and this country need to learn, sir. Yep, they do. Don't forget to subscribe and share. So any questions coming up, let me know. But I have done an hour before this one. Oh, right. That's good. So Dino's video is now up. Let's see if I can go and find it, and I'll show it on the show. Not that one, but that one. Let's go and see if I can go and find Dino's. Dinobane. Dinobane. Let's put that. Oh, there it is. You've got a couple of videos there. Oh, that's the clip one. That's not the right. Oh, there it is. No views. It's had no views whatsoever. He pronounces that like a northerner. Scott's called me Muir. So he might come from further north up. I love accents, by the way. Everyone knows that. So I'm not taking a mick out of him. I actually love northern accents. I love all accents, to be honest with you, but particularly English ones. But there it is there. So I'm going to put that back out there. Copy it, put it back in there. And you will see, literally, this was about an hour ago. So everyone's sort of just watching Dino talking with Nick Buckley before you went live. Let me have a look at this one. And here it is. So I'm going to show it to you briefly. Hopefully you can see it.
Graham Moore on Dinobane. I've only done 2 interviews. This is the second one. I don't usually do these, which means I'm doing this for a reason. And the reason is that people keep recommending you and they won't stop it. So I thought, well, why fight against the tide? Let's get you on the show and find out what you've got to say. So welcome, Graham Moore, to the Dinobane interview segment.
Well, maybe your audience have invited me on because I actually get your name correct, which is Dinobane and not Dino Brain.
Dinobane, yeah. Isn't that weird? I'll be honest with you.
I'm laughing through that video. That was hilarious.
It's a meme in itself. I actually welcomed the fact that he's called me Dinobane because that is a wonderful line of attack that I will use forevermore whenever I discuss Richard Inman. Richard.
I do think that's funny. So that's on there. If anyone wants to go in there, put some messages in there. Thank Dinobane for allowing us. And he said, if you want to come back on, or people start saying, "Can we have him on again," etc., or if there's anything you want to discuss, he said, "Come on, and we'll have a discussion about it." Like I say, it was, I'm quite pleased with it. And again, I went through a couple of things. I just showed him a particular book, which was this book. So while you're online, I will show that one of his questions was, why is it that people have a... Oh! Dummy back. That was just leaning. I shouldn't have leant. It just jumped out of a chair. Right? Believe it or not, the Magna Carta wasn't mentioned for 200 years. And when you read this book, which is the reinvention of the Magna Carta 1216 to 1616, this author, he was recently given a knighthood, Sir John Baker. I believe he's a member of the Selden Society. But this is a great book, by the way. And for 200 years, the English hadn't used the Magna Carta at all. And the person who stood up and said, this is still law, the Magna Carta is law, right, was Sir Edward Coke. And the same is with the English Bill of Rights. The fact that you're not using it at the moment doesn't mean it's not law. It just means no one's enforcing it because no one's talking about it. And the English Bill of Rights protected the Magna Carta, right? So for all them people out there, I won't lean across the table, try and put it back. I'll probably jump out my skin again. But you can see it's like an electric shock going through my hip and the bottom of my back if I lean and do anything I shouldn't do. Spike, his sex partner is 4P. I don't know what that means. Ooh! It clicks again. I don't think it likes that I've been sitting down too long. That's why I said this won't be a long show, because there was a bit of a recovery today. DD, what do we face over the next year or so, and how long has cash got left? No, blah, 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 hyperinflation. Ooh, I've got a little bit of gold. Not a lot. Always said to people it was enough to bury me. And if you go back to why fishermen used to wear a gold earring, it was because if they ever got washed up on a foreign shore, the gold earring was enough to give them a Christian burial, right? You don't need a lot of gold, but the gold price is going up. I can't remember what it is at the moment. Does anyone know what the current gold price is? Someone said to me it's $5,000 an ounce. If it is, it's gone up quite a bit. Does anyone know what the current silver price is? I've no doubt Dinobane is doing a great job for England. Yeah, no, he is. I quite like him. He's down to earth, and he's not rude or dispolite, but he has got an intelligence and a sense of humour and a communication method that cuts through nonsense, and I like that. It's a typical Northerner, to be honest with you. They genuinely Archer not 3,793 an ounce. So what's that in gold? Yeah. So what? So give me the dollar price. I know I shouldn't be asking that, but give me the dollar price. Let me have a quick look. Dino is great. Yeah, no, he is. So everyone should have that. I'm going to put it in there again. Let's hope the Magna Carta saves us from the La Lammy. It will be the English Bill of Rights that comes to fruition this time. JF Falconer Court, $5,015 an ounce. What's silver? Anyone know the silver price for a troy ounce? There you go. I can't remember how much it was when I bought in, but I definitely doubled my money. The Vindicator is very good too. The Vindicator, a few people may want to email him and just give him a little reminder. I've got his details on here, but he wanted to do another video. He wanted to do a video with me. I don't think he normally does them, but I've not got a problem doing a video with him. I'm quite easy to talk to. If people go, I don't know how to interview people and all that. I'm just a normal, everyday person, right? So it's just like having a chat in a pub. Except I can, if needed, get technical about the Constitution. Vindicate removes comments. That's a positive for me, to be honest with you. When he removes negative comments, there was one account that I went on, and I've said I'll never go on that account again because there was idiots in their chat, but not in their chat, but in their comments that were saying things. I was like, I'm not going back on your show. If you want to leave that type of stuff up there, that I'm not interested. So I pulled out. What's that? £60. 80. Greetings, Mudhorse. Keck Rangel is in the house. Mudhorse, Van, Paul Burgess on that. What's that? Then had Paul Burgess on. I think I might even have Paul Burgess's number, or his email. I might have to contact him because that's very interesting. Graham and I, many others, were born before 1948 nationality. Does this make us English? We're all English. They had no right to do it. Under international law, it's unlawful. But people are not standing up and saying it, and they should be. But if you was born before 1948, you're English. I'm English anyway. English ethnicity. The really dangerous and nasty one coming in 1981, that's the one that erased English, Scottish, Welsh, Irish and Cornish identity, the 1981. The English nationality at 1981 was the one that says you can't be anything. Oh right, is that dollars?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need to get silver back up to over 100. I think that'll be 150 by the time we finish. Where was I? Did you see about the Islamophobia passing in Parliament? What a load of bollocks. Yeah, they're trying to take over the country. And the only way to take this country back is constitutionally. And people need to understand that. Both my parents were. No, so you're English. If you was born before 1948, if you was born before 1981, technically the erasure of the identity is coming at 81. But the British Nationality Act in 1948 created British nationality, and at Schedule 4, it removed the constitutional requirement that both your parents had to be English, both, plural, had to be English before you could be an MP, a Lord, or any position of authority in their country, including a police constable, and definitely a mayor. Just to make sure everyone gets that. It's really important that people understand that certain acts that were brought in need to be abolished, not repealed. In other words, made void. I'm glad to see there's more people keeping an eye on the gold price and the silver price. That's going to be really important to everyone. Just to make sure British Nationality Act is genocide on paper. Yeah, no, it is. In fact, it's democide. So people need to know the difference between democide and genocide. Genocide is where an external group of people, say Israelis, are eliminating Palestinians. That's genocide. When you've got an internal group of people doing it to an internal group of people, so the British doing it to the English, the Welsh, the Scots, and the Irish, that is known as democide because your own government is carrying out the attacks on you. So what we've got is a democide, not a genocide. Graham's email, ECP, thank you very much, putting that out there. Jacob, Civil War material. I've never bought gold. I might add some to my secret cupboard. Yeah. You only want physical gold. Don't go for anything else. Right. Believe it or not, I'm only going to stick to the 30 minutes because I really do need to exercise my back and stretch it out. And I'm sure you don't want me doing my pelvic thrust on camera. So I'm going to try and organise my back for a little while. That's it. But there is a full interview, if you want to go and watch it, on Dinobane. I've put the link out there. I'll put it out there again if anyone wants to click on it. So I'm not running out on you. I've just got to make sure that I don't. Bear in mind, I've already done an hour and a bit, and then this, so it's an hour and a half, and really I shouldn't be shitting. I was going to say that's the medication, right? I don't want it stretching me back again too much. That's it. I will speak to you all a little bit later. Thank you for tuning in. I know that there's people still jumping in as we speak, but Dinobane, and leave nice, polite messages for him saying thank you very much, because we're the good guys. We're not the bad guys. We're actually about the rule of law. We're about England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and the Cornish. We're not having a pop at anyone else. We want to go back to being a brotherhood of nations. And when people see how genuinely nice we are, and we are about the rule of law, they are much more appreciative and say, well, actually, let's talk to these people. And then you can tell me if I was dressed appropriately. I like tonight because I'm still trying to find me whippet and me ferret. Right, that's it. Good night, all. Don't forget, the Constitution is the solution. And as I said in that interview, never be afraid of who you are. Accept who you are. Tell people you're English, you're Scottish, you're Irish, you're Cornish, and you're Welsh. Bye bye.